I got to work in
Oh,
my hometown for my first job.
DJCI?
No, not CJC. Was it CJCI? No, you might be
Yeah,
right.
yeah, Country 97 FM, something like
Yeah,
that. That's
Country
the country.
97 FM.
Hi, Jen. Welcome to the Meetup spot.
Hi. Thank you.
So first of all, nice home studio.
Ah, yes, thank you very much.
So I take it that the home studio is well, it's your show is playing on both the beach in Parksville and Nanaimo at the same time, right?
Yes, yeah.
So nice, everything at home. That's yeah, that's got to be costly, eh?
Actually, the home stuff is for other things that I do work from the actual station in Nanaimo.
Oh, so what's the home? So what's the recording studio for?
I am trying to get into some voiceover work.
Nice, nice,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
nice. And you're either based in Parksville or in Nanaimo.
Nanaimo. I am based in
Yeah.
Nanaimo. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Um. Okay. So Jen, tell me about yourself and your growing up story.
How much do you want to know? That's a long story. I'm not like 12.
Um, just yeah, just enough. Just the key stuff.
Okay. Well, I was born in Prince George and lived in a few places like Yukon, Kelowna. I've lived in Red Deer. I've lived in Calgary. I've been all over the western side of the country. And I don't know. I always loved acting and words.
Oh.
I went to school for print journalism, but I really always wanted to do radio. And so I did nothing with print journalism. And then I took radio school, and now here I am.
Oh. Okay. And you mentioned your bio. You're from a place with the pulp mills and gas plants. Where's that?
Prince George.
Oh. Oh.
Hmm.
So yeah. The smells bother you in Prince George.
I mean, I like to joke that it's what do you call it? Its slogan is what's that smell? Because you that's what people ask every time you drive into the city, especially if they're not from there. They're like, "Oh, what's that smell?" And people from Prince George like to say it's the smell of money.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
But really,
Oh.
it smells mostly like farts.
Oh, that is yeah.
Yeah.
That. So I'm glad you got to Nanaimo where yeah where it's full of oceans.
Yes. I mean, the ocean has its own smells. Let's be real. But
Hmm. Hmm. So all right. So Jen, why do you do what you do?
why do I do what I do? Oof, that's a loaded and complicated question. Um, I love, I mean, talking, number one, I guess, but I also love connecting with people. My mom referred to me as like a little child. She referred to me as aggressively friendly. Like I liked saying hi to everybody who passed by, and I guess I never grew out of that. I like talking to people, I like telling stories, and I like connecting with and connecting people.
Hmm.
I think that's
So
that's the
uh,
basis.
the basis. So I love to connect to people. Is it natural growing up or you get to learn as you grow up? How do you become that kind of person?
How did I become that kind of person? I mean, that's a whole nature versus nurture conversation, I guess. Um, I think to a degree I might have been born that way because I'm talking about when I was a little baby, I needed to talk to people. My mom
Oh.
couldn't stop me. However, it was nurtured. Like my parents are very like they loved reading to me and telling silly stories and kind of like acting them out. And I think I just gravitated towards that.
Mm, mm. And okay, and you like to take into acting though, huh? Acting. So how did all of this evolve into your radio career?
I mean, I think it's all connected, right? Because radio is performance and I enjoy performing. Like radio is performance, and it's also these days especially, it's supposed to be you being you, but it's a performance of you. It's very meta in a way. So I don't know. It's because the performance aspect is really cool. The connection aspect, though, at times is not visible when you're in a room talking to yourself. When you do get, say, phone calls or when you get to meet people who listen, that's when you really get to understand the connection piece of the whole thing.
Hmm.
Which again,
So,
like I think a lot of radio people are actors. There seem to be two types of people who get into radio. Music nerds and like theater acting nerds. A little bit of
oh,
both. Yeah.
okay. So which are you, a music nerd or a theater nerd?
I would say theater nerd. I do love music. I like all
Oh.
sorts of music. Um, and I think I became a bit of a music nerd through working in radio.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Are you at times a kind of so when it comes to being music nerd, is it the kind of the radio station plays or sometimes outside the radio station plays?
Sorry, can you say that again?
You call yourself a music nerd. When it comes to music, is it the music the radio station you work at plays or outside that?
I would say mostly the kind of music that I work with because that's what I'm finding out about all the time. But I do enjoy it. Like I work largely in pop music.
Oh,
Um, and I enjoy pop music. It's fun, it's nice, it keeps you in a good mood. I worked in country music for a little bit, but I did
oh.
find that it kind of bummed me out when I had to listen to it too much.
So country music, where's that?
That I worked in Prince George actually. I got to work in
Oh,
my hometown for my first job.
DJCI?
No, not CJC. Was it CJCI? No, you might be
Yeah,
right.
yeah, Country 97 FM, something like
Yeah,
that.
Country
The country.
97 FM, which at the time was actually The Wolf.
Oh, mm, okay. So what got you interested in broadcasting?
Um, I wanted, I'll tell you the truth, I wanted to be an actor. I didn't think that I had it in me, young people and their insecurities. And I thought, oh man, what is the closest thing to acting that I can find that I could do as a career that would pay me? Little did I know at the time, radio doesn't pay a whole lot. It's, I think it pays you more than being a struggling actor, probably. So there's that. But I talked to a career counselor at school, and he sent me to my local radio station to do a job shadow,
Oh,
and I loved it. It just like, when you get that feeling and you're like, oh, this is the thing. This is the thing that lights me up. That's what happened.
mm.
And I did actually end up getting to go back and work at that place like 10 or so years later
Ah,
as a
ah,
full-time employee. I mean,
cool. And I guess Country 97 was your first radio job, right?
yeah, it was both Country 97 and 94X, the
Mm.
Max, which they both changed later to, or yeah, they went
Goat.
from Wolf and the Max to Country 97 and the Goat while I was there.
So yeah, so Vista radio stations, I believe.
Yes, yes, they are. Yeah, good research.
Thanks. So all right. So what are the technical things you learned while working?
The technical things?
Yeah.
The technical things you learn would be mic technique. It would be like how to use the board. I'm trying to think of it in terms, I don't want to throw out jargon that makes no sense to people. But how to use like the little switches and the buttons and you know, the levels.
The switchboard?
Yeah, yeah, the board.
Oh, okay. And to you, what kind of energy does a host need to build an authentic connection with a radio audience?
What kind of energy?
Yeah.
I think whatever energy whatever energy feels most authentic to you. Like if you're trying to be another person, if you're trying to copy another host, it's not going to come off as authentically because it's not you. And I say that from experience as somebody who tried to copy people I admired. And then when I stopped doing that and just tried to be the most myself I could possibly be, that's when I started to get a lot better at it.
Mm, that's nice. So, what were your struggles in your early days of being a radio DJ, and how did you get through it?
Um, My struggles were being scared of the microphone and being scared of people being perceived. You know, that fear that a lot of people have, like, don't perceive me, except I decided to go into a career where I needed to be perceived. And that was a struggle. That was a big
Oh,
time struggle.
okay. And as you go into the radio industry, how are you feeling now as you go through the radio industry?
How am I feeling about going through the radio? It's changed a lot.
Yeah.
It's definitely changed a lot. Um, when I first started, I think that was when radio was changed. I started in 2012.
Oh,
Yeah. So I've been at this for like terrible at math,
14?
15-ish years. Yeah, like for over a decade at least.
Hmm.
And when I first started in radio, we were banned from being on Facebook
What?
while while you were on the air. They're like, "Well, we don't want you being distracted." Now it's mandatory. It is mandatory that you sit on Facebook and you be checking your Facebook, you be checking, your Twitter or whatever, you be checking whatever social media platforms that you have, because that's that's such a big part of it now. And it's, I think, a really big part of what the industry needs to figure out in order to keep going forward.
That's interesting. Seriously, seriously, no Facebook when you
None.
first started.
Yeah, none.
Uh, okay, at least okay. That's interesting to hear. How did you know that radio was the right fit for you?
Like I said, when I got into the job shadow, um, actually, originally it was I went to the radio station with my drama teacher because we were doing a
Oh,
fundraiser.
uh,
And she took us there with donuts because if you give people in radio free food, they love you forever.
oh,
And we went there with donuts so they would let us on the air to talk about our charity. I think it was Jump Rope for Heart at the time. And I remember they put me on the microphone and I was terrified, but also I got that feeling where I was like, oh yeah, this is the thing. Like I feel it here. I need to do this. And then I went back for the job shadow. That kind of confirmed it. And then I didn't do anything with it for about 10 years.
okay.
Like I said, I went to school for print journalism first.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hmm. So how do you ensure that your on-air persona and your real-world self are the exact same person?
Well, they're not the exact same. My on-air persona is me, but it's an edited version. Like it's if I work for a family-friendly radio station for one.
Honestly.
So, I am an adult who lives in an adult world. And I do and say adult things, which I would not take on the air, but uh say like I sometimes do stand-up comedy. I'll take it there.
Oh.
So I think it's one of those being a performer, having those different aspects of yourself and finding ways to be your authentic self, but in pieces, which can be confusing sometimes. But
Hmm. So when did you start working with Pattison?
I started working with Pattison actually not long after I started radio. I worked with Vista for I think 2-ish years,
Oh.
maybe. And then I went over to Pattison while I was still in Prince George.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a bit of an awkward transition, but and then since then I've been moving to different Pattison stations.
Oh, different Patterson. So how many Patterson stations before the beach and the wave?
The Beach and the Wave is my third Pattison station.
Oh,
Mhm.
so what's it like there? You're working at the beach and the wave.
Was it like?
Yeah.
Like, do you mean office culture wise, or do you mean like, is it different than other stations style wise, or
Mm, both. Yeah.
both? Okay. Well, it's a similar, oh, the word escapes me. But it's a similar kind of station to the ones that I've been working with in Pattison. Like it's a contemporary hit radio station. So like poppy, family friendly, that kind of deal, which the past three stations I've worked for, that's what I've done mostly.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. I see. Okay. So
But
what
yeah,
is,
every station's kind of different.
oh yeah, definitely. So while working, what was the most memorable experience?
Oh my gosh.
Lots
That's
of
such
them?
a hard question. I've gotten to do so many cool things. I mean, I worked for one station where we would get to take it was when I worked in Red Deer, because
Oh,
Red Deer is the hub, right, between Edmonton and Calgary. And so we would get tickets to shows in Edmonton and Calgary, and we would get to take groups of people via limo or party bus to these shows like Bruno Mars or like Rihanna, Demi Lovato, whatever, all that kind of stuff, which that was always incredible. And I got to meet lots of cool people and hang out with lots of cool people doing that. I've also gotten to meet people who were, in stages of life that people who needed help, right? And you could help them get their story out. And those are always deeply affecting and moving. Um, gosh, there's so like I've met so many cool kids who like to call in. I did morning radio for about 10 years. I don't
oh,
do it now. I do afternoons now, but um yeah, we had a couple of regular kid callers
oh,
who were adorable and sweet and would just want to talk to you forever.
oh,
Uh,
that's
uh,
nice.
what are more? We did a slip and slide in Red Deer. That was very cool. Like where you take it was in the summer and there was just like this big piece of slippy material down a hill and they would put dish soap on it and
Oh,
hundreds of people came out to slide down this thing. It was great.
mm, nice. Seriously, a limo through a limo going to Edmonton or Calgary?
Yeah, yeah. A few times.
What?
That was really cool.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. So, how did you come to voice track for two stations?
That's just normal these days, to be honest with you. Most of us have more than one show, and usually we all have a live show, and then we have a recorded show or two.
Hmm. And and do you sometimes go to Parksville or do you stay in Nanaimo?
I stay in Nanaimo largely. Like I go to Parksville sometimes just for life, but I do my show from Nanaimo. Yeah.
Hmm. Right. Okay. And let's see. Right now, it's tough for people these days to find jobs. If they want to go the same path as you, what are the things they can do right now to practice?
Ooh. I would say if you're the type of person who tells the same story over and over again, uh, and you kind of tweak it every time because you can tell when people get really into it. You can tell when you get laughs. You can tell when people are enjoying it. That's probably an indication that this is the kind of job for you. So keep doing that. Keep telling those stories. There are some stories I've been telling for like 20, 25 years. Um, and I think of that as like the impetus to getting me on this track. But storytelling, number one. Another one is just like you like playing with your voice. Another one is you know when to stop talking. Lots of people think radio is all about talking, which it is, but the key to that is knowing when to stop talking. But also, I
Oh,
think I wish that I have been more of this person, and I'm trying to be now. But social media, very important in any kind of media these days, whether it's TV, whether it's radio, whether like any of them. If you are good at social media, if you know how to make like a good video or a good like photo carousel, that's something you do on the regular, you're up on all that stuff, that's huge, to be honest with you. That's huge because a lot of people at the top of this industry have been in the industry since that wasn't a thing and they don't know it as well. So if you come in and you know that stuff and you know how to like use it to, bring in listeners, to get people to notice you and your station's brand, yeah, they love that.
That's nice. I'm glad you're enjoying this. So, and lastly, what does the work you do right now mean to
What does it mean to me?
you?
Ooh, that's a good question. Um, what it means to me, I think, is connection. I'm very big on, I want to put good out into the world. Not so like my philosophy when it comes to radio is I don't like to purposely stir pots for the sake of stirring pots, you know? I like putting things out in the world that make me feel good and hopefully make other people feel good and encouraged because, life is tough right now for a lot of
Definitely.
us. So that's
Okay.
what it means to me, I think, being able to put that good into the world and connecting with people.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. All right. Okay. I guess that's it for questions. Are you ready for quick fire?
Ooh, quickfire. Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Hold on. Hold on. I haven't set up my 90 minutes timer. Hold on. Or yeah, or 90 seconds timer rather. All right. Here we go. Ready?
Mm,
Here we go. One word to describe yourself.
Zany?
Wow. All right. What is your best radio DJ tip?
Best, be yourself. Be
That's
yourself.
best artist you love to listen to.
Oh, I can't. I can't. I can't. I love so many.
Oh, okay. One everyday item you can't live without.
I have a giant 2-liter water bottle and I take it with me everywhere.
Hmm. Mantra in life.
Ooh, my mantra in life. Kind of the opposite of if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all, but it's not what you're thinking. It's if you're thinking something kind, say it out loud.
Best place in Nanaimo for a good meal.
Ooh, oh, that's so tough. There's actually like a lot of good restaurants out here. Unfortunately, I have not been able to eat out for like a year.
Oh,
Yeah,
ooh.
just like medical stuff, but
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
but there's a couple there's Asteras, there is Roll and Chicken, there's La Stella, there's so many places. We have lots of great Facebook pages for good foods and good restaurants.
All right. All right. Here we go. I guess and I guess that's it for quick fire. Are you ready to do a screenshot from Zoom?
Sure. Uh,
All right. Here we go.
sure.
Ready? Okay. Again, Jen, thank you for coming to the meetup spot.
No worries.
And any last thoughts or comments?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, and it's such an overused word these days, but authenticity, right? Like being yourself. Let I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this. Let whatever it is you do, whether it be radio or being an accountant, let that thing inside you that kind of pulls you toward whatever it is you're doing, let that be the guide, because that's usually your authentic self trying to come through. And
That's
that'll
nice.
usually take you where you need to go, in my opinion.
Hmm. And anywhere we can find you in social media?
Uh, like I said, I don't use it as much as I should, but I'm trying to use it more. I go by on Instagram, Jen, one N. I'm a one N Jen. That is very important to me. Uh, Jen underscore and tonic with a K.
Oh, okay.
Get
And
it?
again, yeah, nice.
Wordplay.
Nice. And thank you for coming to the meetup spot, Jennifer.
Thank you for having me.